Hey guys, Sak here from SAKITECH, and in today's video we are going to be comparing the iPhone SE, the second generation iPhone SE 2020, to the iPhone 11. Alright, so a lot of people are asking the question, do I get the iPhone SE or do I get the iPhone 11? And in this video I'm going to give you guys precise answers based on facts. Now the very first thing I want to establish is the fact that this one right over here starts at $400, all right? And this one right over here starts at $700. So there's a price difference between the two of $300. So the format of this video is going to be, we are going to be looking at all the differences between these two smartphones and also all the similarities. And then we are going to conclude, and our conclusion is going to be based on the fact that is it worth paying $300 to get the extras on the iPhone 11 or not? So should you just save $300 and get the iPhone SE? So that's the format of this video. So let's dive in and get started. Now first, I'm going to quickly concentrate on everything that is the same on both of these smartphones. So real quick, the processor. Both of these phones have Apple's latest A13 Bionic chip. So they are going to be equally powerful when it comes to handling games, handling applications, and the overall performance and the fluidity of the operating system. So that's all the same. Exact same performance. Now let's talk about the screen. Now we know that the size of the screen is different, and we're going to come back to that in a bit, but I want to talk about the quality. Both of these phones have the exact same quality display. This is an IPS LCD display with a similar resolution, similar pixels per inches, and similar technology, similar quality, similar sharpness, similar brightness. Everything quality of the screen wise is the same. So you're not getting a more advanced display on the iPhone 11. It's the same as the iPhone SE. It's only slightly bigger on the 11 side. When it comes to the build quality, it's the same. Again, we've got glass and aluminum build on both of these smartphones of the same quality. And that's all. That's everything that is the same between these two smartphones. I'll put a summary on the screen so you can take a look at it. Now let's move on and talk about the actual differences. Now firstly, this might be important to some people. The iPhone SE 2020 only comes in 3 colors. The red, which is my favorite, white, and black, all right? Now the iPhone 11 comes in 6 colors, so you get more versatility. You get the red, you get the white, the black, you get a green, yellow, and a purple color. So you have more options if you want to express yourself with a color. Not a big deal, but an option. So, other thing, again, the biggest difference between these two phones, when you look at them, is the size. This one has a 6.1 inch display. Let me unlock it real quick with my face. So this one does have face unlock. So when I look at it, unlocks the phone. That's number one. Also, it has a 6.1 inch display, which is significantly bigger than the 4.7 inch display we have on the iPhone SE. So that's going to be an important consideration. Do you want a small display? Can you live with it? Or do you want the larger display? Especially if you're going to be watching a lot of videos, consuming a lot of media, the iPhone 11 is going to give you a better multimedia consumption experience. We did mention the Face ID. So this phone has a Face ID system. So again, I'm locking the phone. I just look at it. Boom, it's unlocked. It's inside. All right. This one here has a Touch ID system. So I turn off the phone. I look at it. Nothing happens. But when I press on the Touch ID sensor, let me just do that right now. It unlocks the phone right away. Both of these options work flawlessly. Honestly, that's all going to be up to you. I'm not going to put a weight on which one is better. I like them both. Another big difference is the iPhone 11 is going to give you slightly longer battery life. So you'll probably get 1 to 2 hours of more battery on the iPhone 11. And on this one, the battery is going to be smaller. It's going to be running out quickly. But if you use them moderately, both of them can potentially last a day. But the iPhone 11 will finish ahead. The next difference has to do with the water resistance capability. So the iPhone SE is in fact water resistant. It is IP67. You can submerge this into water for a depth of 1 meters for 30 minutes. Now this one has a higher IP rating. You can actually submerge this into water for 2 meters up to 30 minutes. So slightly better protection, but nobody submerges their phones into water. Both phones are going to be protected from water splashes, rain, accidental drops into a puddle of water, no problem. Now let's move on and talk about another important category. We are going to be talking about the camera. First important category is the display size. The next most important thing is the actual camera. This one has 2 cameras and both cameras are superior to this camera. However, this camera still gets the job done. It is as good as the camera on the iPhone X from a couple years ago. The iPhone 11 does have a better camera, and you get 2 cameras. You get a standard camera and you get a super wide angle camera that allows you to take nice sweeping shots. This one only has a single camera and the quality is not going to be as good as on the iPhone 11. And of course, night photography is going to be better on the iPhone 11. The only thing that's going to be almost similar is going to be the video capabilities. Both phones can record in 4K up to 60 frames per second. So if you record mostly video on your iPhone, there shouldn't be much of a difference between the 2 iPhones. But if you're mostly taking photos and also doing video, then you want to go with the iPhone 11 if you want better looking photos with more camera versatility, because you get 2 cameras. So photos definitely going to look better. Video, they're going to look almost the same on both of these smartphones. All right, so let's move on. Let's see what else we have. The front camera on the iPhone SE sucks. It's a 7 megapixel camera. It's like an old 7 megapixel camera. Of course, it takes okay pictures, but by today's standards, it doesn't. This one has a much superior camera, and that's why the phone has a notch. It's got the Face ID system, and they're able to put in 3-dimensional capabilities that simply takes better photos, better portrait photos, gives you better background blur. It is 12 megapixels on the front. The other one is only 7 megapixels. And of course, even with this phone, you can actually record 4K at 60 frames per second using the front camera. With this one, you can't do that. With video, you can't do that. You can only record 720p or 1080p. That's the limitations of the iPhone SE's camera systems on the front and the rear. And again, I don't care too much about the front cameras, but on the iPhone SE 2020, you can't even take the slow motion selfie videos with the front camera. On this one, you have the slow motion selfie capabilities with the front camera as well. So that's the camera, certainly superior on the iPhone 11. And that basically brings us to the end of the differences. Let's do a quick summary and a conclusion. So again, both phones have the same build quality, okay? Both phones have the same screen quality. However, the iPhone 11 has a larger screen than the iPhone SE. And I want you guys to note that on the side. That's an important difference. Do you want a small screen or do you want a large screen for media consumption? Then we got that camera. We just talked about it. Do you want a better camera or can you live with an okay camera? The iPhone SE has a good camera, but it's nothing compared to the iPhone 11's camera. And also with the iPhone 11, you get 2 cameras. And of course, the front camera on the iPhone 11 is definitively better than the front camera on the iPhone SE 2020. So those are the 2 big things to concentrate on. And the thing that also you want to concentrate on is the fact that both phones, like we talked about, has the same processing power. How important it is to you to have powerful processors, but not a large screen. These are the kind of things you guys want to think about. Now, for $300 more on the iPhone 11 Pro, you're getting a better camera, you're getting dual cameras, you're getting a better front camera, and you're getting a larger screen and a more futuristic design. All right, that's it. That's all you're getting for paying $300. As a consumer, that doesn't make much sense to me because $300 is a lot of money. But I'll talk about myself right now. If I was in the market to buy one of these phones, I would definitely pay that extra price for the larger screen and the dual cameras, okay? The better cameras also. So if you don't care about the display size and the camera, then you can save yourself $300 and get this one. You simply have to distinguish what matters and what doesn't matter and how much money you're willing to spend. And that's the conclusion of this video. Concentrate on the camera, the display, and make your decision based on those two factors. And of course, money is important, so you want to look at how much cash you are willing to spend on these phones. All right, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down below and let me know. And for now, guys, have a fantastic day. I will see you in the next video.